Hey everyone, welcome to episode 157 of the Shared Security Weekly Show. This week I'm taking a slightly different approach with the news by giving you a brief overview of the most interesting cybersecurity and privacy stories from the week. So let's get after it with our first story. Parler, it's back up. Well, sort of. So a static web page appeared last week with Parler CEO John Matze posting, "Hello world, is this thing on?" and a message geared towards its, quote, lovers and haters about technical difficulties. As you might recall, Parler was kicked off both the Apple and Google App Stores and also Amazon shortly after the US Capitol riot. The new Parler site is hosted by DDoS Guard, which is a Russian company known for hosting Russian government, conspiracy theory, and other extremist sites. So if a Russian company is taking over hosting of Parler, it may make you wonder how people using Parler will feel about a Russian company providing hosting services. And in other related Russian news, authorities have arrested Riley June Williams for allegedly stealing a laptop from Nancy Pelosi's office during the US Capitol riot. Apparently, she was planning to ship the laptop to a friend in Russia who was going to sell it to the Russian intelligence service. The good news is that Pelosi's chief of staff said the laptop was stolen from a conference room and was only used for presentations. And it should be no surprise, we'll probably be seeing many more arrests from the Capitol riot in coming weeks. In other cybersecurity news, if you own an Ubiquiti networking device, you had better change your password and enable two-factor authentication due to a breach of a third-party cloud provider. Ubiquiti makes Wi-Fi routers, video recorders, and other IoT devices, which has gained them more popularity in the residential market. The way you authenticate to an Ubiquiti device is through a cloud provider, so local accounts typically can't be used. This can be an issue if the cloud provider has an outage or if they have a data breach. I find it interesting that we're starting to see more companies like this use a cloud-only model. And if you happen to own a Ring doorbell, they are finally rolling out video end-to-end encryption. This opt-in setting only applies to the home level, meaning accessing video from the doorbell will require a key stored locally on the user's mobile device. Note that Ring videos are encrypted in transit, so when uploaded to the cloud and at rest when your video is stored on Amazon's servers. You may remember that Ring has been under fire for past security concerns, like the one where hundreds of Ring cameras were hijacked through password stuffing attacks. Weak password choices and not enabling two-factor authentication was identified as the primary cause. And now a quick word from our sponsors. Given the state of the world that we are currently living in, your digital privacy, cybersecurity, and health is more important than ever. That's why I recommend the use of a Faraday sleeve for your laptop, smartphone, and key fob. And if you want the best Faraday products on the market, you need Silent Pocket. And because you listen to this podcast, you can take 10% off your order right now during checkout at silentpocket.com by using discount code SharedSecurity.
Is your team starting to show signs of fatigue from traditional security awareness compliance training, or from phishing assessments that target them for those teachable moments? As we've seen in recent news, these kinds of training are having a negative impact on corporate culture, and they're really not all that effective. So there has to be a better way. ClickArmor is the first gamified learning platform that helps build a self-defending team through engaging learning challenges and exercises. Its unique lesson templates, built with proven gamification techniques, let people learn and exercise important defensive concepts in a safe and fun environment. Whether you need to quickly deploy a training solution that gets people to stop clicking on things immediately, or you've got your own boring content that needs to be put into a more interesting user experience, ClickArmor can help. So go to clickarmor.ca/shared security to learn how to build a self-defending team.
In privacy news, WhatsApp has clarified that it's not giving all your data to Facebook after more and more people seem to be dumping WhatsApp for Signal and Telegram after WhatsApp announced a privacy policy update. Peachtree Corners, a city in Georgia, is piloting AI-powered software for their surveillance cameras to see if people are violating COVID-19 rules like mask wearing and social distancing. And I'm seeing more discussion in the media about the need for a COVID-19 vaccination passport that uses your smartphone to validate that you're vaccinated for COVID-19. Apple and several tech startups are already looking to build their own vaccination passport solution because there is talk already that large concert venues and other businesses may require proof that you've been given the vaccine. Now, have you seen the way we validate vaccinations today? It's a piece of paper called a vaccination record with a sticker or stamp that can be easily faked or manipulated. In fact, this is how some anti-vaxxers are known to be getting their kids into schools. Oh, and there are 61 different independent health organizations just in the US alone that track immunizations. My take is that I think we need something more than a piece of paper, but using any new technology will have many privacy and security concerns to overcome. It's just too soon. How about we first concentrate on getting everyone vaccinated first, then figure out the technology later. That's all for this week's show. Be sure to follow the Shared Security Show on Twitter and Instagram for the latest news and show updates. If you like this episode, please hit that like and subscribe button, and please subscribe to us on your favorite podcast listening app. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week for another episode of the Shared Security Show.